Unfortunately, your plan's not going to work. Alauneari's original plan's not going to work, so this may slightly upset her.
Ivy smiles a slightly crooked smile. I'd rather not take that bullet, but...
Rain gulps. Well, someone's going to have to take the bullet in the end, I think. You can accompany me up, Ivy, but I will speak to Alauneari.
Ivy nods. I am in your debt, my lord.
Knock, knock, knock.
I imagine the door creaks open.
Yes.
Apparently Alauneari is petting the lizard.
It's not petting it, it's just standing there dripping.
Okay.
Matron. I've been working with Ivy. I've also got information to believe that the same gnome has been involved, and I sent Ivy to investigate if there was anything going on at his home since he's been locked himself in there since this morning. She reported mumbling in a dark language, I'm guessing chanting in Abyssal.
So he's in there.
He's locked himself inside though, so anything we do will immediately alert him that we found out.
This plan is something we should all speak about. Bring me all the others.
Rain will call one of his guards to fetch every one of his siblings.
All right. Guards are sent all over the place finding their different siblings. That involves also a guard very scared knocking at Rilinid's door. But my lord, the matron is calling for you.
What? It is so bright in this room right now. Do you know how hard it is to make things this bright and still sleep? No shadows. Have you ever seen a world with no shadows?
No, my lord.
Sound of the door unlocking. Come in.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you open the door, looking at the poor guard. He looks like he wants nothing more than just run screaming.
Oh no, that lock was mage-handed. Slight jingling of like the bell now. Room is like completely fucking filled with bright illumination. It's like fucking Rilinid just like took shit from the damn fortress and like doof.
This light crystal, I need it.
He's got like a silk like blindfold. He's like slit up his face. Do you see? Oh, you're blind for a round ride. You see now. How do you look?
The guard looks miserable. As he sort of stammers a bit. My lord, the matron is calling for you.
Okay, and... Go on.
Apparently she wants to meet you. She
wants to meet me? Oh, like we've never meted each other before. Do tell.
I don't know, my lord. I was just ordered.
Did you know that she's my sister?
I assumed as much, my lord.
Yes, we've already met. 100 years ago.
I see.
Yes. Any more insight?
He shakes his head.
Good. Run along now.
He turns and runs away, literally.
Run!
Well,
this
bedhead won't do. I'll just blame it on him not getting the message to me until late. Closes the door. Many minutes later. There we go. Hair's all straightened out now. Got from the mask and the funeral shroud. We'll leave the robe and the slippers on.
All right. Several minutes later, everyone is presumably gathered.
We're still asleep, really.
Yes.
Ugh.
Just trying to get better like I don't want to function on this kind of thing.
Good.
Do you wish Ivy to stay, or do you send her away?
Ivy gets to tell everyone what's going on.
Okay. Then, when everyone is gathered, she quickly does so, telling about what she found out, that all the traces lead to Jared, what, Andoria's autopsy revealed, and that he's the most likely culprit. He did not show up for work this morning, having seemingly locked himself in his hovel, where there is no light as far as she sees. She didn't see anyone when she peeked in. She did hear faint mumblings, though, in some sort of language she did not understand.
This is easy. I will go there and get him out myself.
I looked around it. However, you cannot let the shadow escape, then.
I do not plan on alerting it to the danger.
Do you know where you will take it? How far can you bring it without it knowing that you are doing so?
It was mentioned that a room was attempted to be prepared. I can lead it to the room.
That seems to work. And she will, I guess, go to a room near the room, so that once it's in there and everything is locked.
Get like a one-way window installed. Post haste.
But not even that.
Right.
We need fucking, and like the hallway outside, lots of those fucking whatever sun rods or whatever we need to.
Yeah.
Like Dazzled will take it.
You mentioned that this was a noteworthy chef working here in the keep, yes?
She nods. Yes.
That should be sufficient enough information for me.
Alauneari looks at him and says, "Do not mess this up, brother. You know what is at stake."
I had considered such, but I thought it would not be an effective birthday gift for my family.
All right, then. So Alauneari goes to the room. Close to the room.
Yeah.
What does the rest do?
Well, one, make sure that Andaria is ready.
Yeah, Andaria, shows up. She says that she has repurposed some things she found around the keep, and she took some liberties with some resources. But she tells you that she has a room set up. It is on the bottom level of the keep, in close to the audience chamber. She tells you that she has basically a command word that she can speak to bathe the room in very bright light for approximately 3 minutes.
Alright.
I think Zyn will basically do the same that Alauneari does and just lay in wait somewhere.
Tristan will
To
follow
be
Rain.
ready.
Well, Rain will probably end up going down and making, being with the others. And then, of course, bringing Andaria down to make sure she's ready to, shout out the command word.
All right.
Captain Races sing the song.
Zyn can be special and just do nothing. Zyn, you a potato?
What?
You doing anything?
No, he
Not
already said
exactly.
what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark. Dodge.
Yeah, but darkness will be a perfect thing for this.
Yes. All right. And Rilinid heads off.
I was
Yes.
going to buy a sunshade.
I'm not even gonna like bother to like change the clothes or anything. He's just gonna like glide, beautifully, just striding down the spiral staircase and outside the keep.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man perfectly in his element. What with the robe and the slippers and the mask and the funeral shroud wrapped around his head, sort of like resting like a mantle on top of his shoulders.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Yep. This is a man who is supremely confident that no one can hurt him here because he's just too damn powerful.
Yep.
Doesn't have his armor on, it's great. Like, and he's gonna, obviously he's gonna track the scene, but everyone should be used to Rilinid scenes. Like, oh, that's Rilinid.
Oh, well, yeah, he is.
He's kind of been doing this shit for a while, so,
Yep.
Call out some sort of, like, derogatory statement to Tether Qual, like, on his way out. Tether Qual! Have you fixed the drawbridge problem yet? Just continue.
He does not get a fuck you back, but, the sentiment is certainly there.
Yeah. He'll make his way to Jared's, which is what that popular commercial for the jewelry chain is all about here in the United States.
Oh.
He went to Jared's.
I did not know that. Well, there you go.
It's pretty awesome, yes.
All right. Well, shortly he finds himself in front of Jared's hovel.
Well,
it is a pathetic and dilapidated piece of, detritus that has been forged into a house.
Fine. Rilinid, looks at the situation, looks at his finely gloved hands, is like, and he'll actually, I am Rilinid Vytharia. I am looking for the talents of an effective cook such as the one who lives here.
It is a few minutes before something happens, but there is a sound of a lock being unlocked and the door pushed open, and a gnome looks out quite suspiciously at him, and then sort of glances up and down and says, "My lord."
Yes, it is I, Grand Diplomat Rilinid Vytharia, Liege Lord of Vothis.
My lord, why are you? What is?
Rilinid sort of leans down a bit conspiratorially and says,
I've heard about your talents, and quite frankly, I need a little help.
I see, my lord. Well, what kind of help?
I am seeking to impress. There was a bit of diplomacy that has gone a little south. I might have said something to the alchemist, and might have been something about the young of the Zyn, and didn't go over too well, and I'm not too familiar with the whole culinary aspect, but I've heard that you have a keen taste with it, sort of like you're inspired, and I was hoping to get your assistance with crafting a dish.
Oh, Jared smiles an incredibly ugly smile, where you see all of his crooked teeth and stuff, and then he makes an attempt at an elaborate bow in front of Rilinid. Looks very awkward. And then he says, I see, my lord, you honor me. Also, can I get a bluff check from Rilinid?
You most certainly can get a bluff check from me. 24. That was actually a roll of 2.
Oh, goodness.
I know. I'm hoping that, strong argument presented here. Gives me some credit here, yes.
Let me make a roll here. Skill check. Alright. He looks at Rilinid. Rilinid gets there's a hint of suspicion in his eyes. But he says, "I see, my lord. Then I am at your service."
He says, "Of course, if you do not wish for the monetary reward, as would be befitting this assistance, I'm rather embarrassed, and I have not yet told my siblings I have come out to meet you."
He smiles. My lord, it will be my pleasure to be of assistance.
That doesn't matter. I have accumulated some ingredients on my last trip to Zyn, which was a few weeks ago. I don't know whether they will be of any use. Perhaps you could come with me? If they will not be of any value, then I... So like Rilinid's like trying to like pull off like the helpless look while wearing the mask and the funeral shroud and the fuzzy robe.
Yeah.
Like one of those fucking useless nobles who just like shrugs and like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I
took 14 levels in Commoner, I don't know.
I spent a lot of money on it. I don't know how it works. You fix it.
Yeah.
Yared, nods sagely and says that I will be happy to accompany you, my lord. Lead the way, and my talents are at your disposal.
Fantastic. Rilinid will turn his back to him then and begin the march back towards the keep.
Right.
Being sort of like he's acting like very nimble, like he's trying to stay out of view now, even despite wearing his conspicuous shit, because God forbid this would be scandalous if like anyone like caught him out here and shit, and then he'd have to explain like what he was doing, talking with a gnome, and like look at him. I mean, like... Yeah,
it's all very strange.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, Rilinid certainly has a certain reputation already in Vothis.
Right, so it's like, he tried to like figure it out now, like, he'll even like Scylla, since he knows how to like be sneaking line, like he's like being like this useless and like noble commoner, like, no one must know that I'm doing that. Just a night out. Don't want to have a walk of shame back home,
Exactly. Yeah, Yared seems to follow.
Alright. Rilinid will go through the process. He'll continue to talk. He's pretty good at spinning a yarn. The Zyn have such a peculiar culture, and he's tried over the years, but the damn mushrooms are just so infuriating, part because he can't tell what their feelings are because he can't see them, which is entirely true. And it's like, at times I don't know whether I want to strangle it, but it doesn't have a neck, so I can't really strangle it. It doesn't matter, this cover.
Doesn't even breathe. I don't know.
And so, like, he's, like, embarrassed, like, he's spilling these secrets to, like, the gnome, like, no, I'm sorry. That is his...
the Yared seems to follow along, and, Nod doesn't say anything, really, but, he nods and seems to be very understanding.
Like, have you spent any time among the Zyn? I mean, they're so unnerving, their stupid song, and I cough out spores every time I'm there, and I just want to burn the whole day. No, I didn't say that. Different culture,
Yeah, and you are certainly getting back to the keep.
You are such a great listener, I tell you. My goodness, it is a shame. You've probably cooked several dishes for me up to this point, and I've never even noticed how extraordinary they were. I get so lost with my work, but this would be a great help, and not just for me, but for you as well.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, my lord. It's quite wonderful to have one's talents asked for in by such an esteemed member of the council.
How long have you been cooking?
Oh, he seems to think a couple of years now. It's well, you probably don't want to hear. I wouldn't want to bore you with my story, my lord.
What kind of dishes have you made? Are you holding back?
He seems to think, and then sort of starts describing different dishes that seems, quite advanced, and Rilinid can actually probably remember that he has actually eaten one or two of these dishes.
My goodness, that was you. They lied to me, so the drow made that. Of course they did. Trying to take credit. Exquisite.
He seems happy. Make me another bluff check.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
That is better. That was not a 2.
Let's see here. Yeah, like Rilinid's like babbling, disarming babbling seems to have a decent effect. It doesn't seem as cautious as once you sort of set off.
Rilinid's just like, I was responsible for the whole saving of Fastival. We tried to reason with the dwarves who wanted to take over the entire place. I was there at the gates myself, but those fucking racist, obnoxious dwarves had to lord everything, and they killed Gunther as certain as the stone. My goodness. It's like this droning stone babble.
Yeah. Jared seems suitably impressed by all of this.
Like he's getting swept up in his own noble power. It was me, and the others don't understand. And they discredit the gnomes. My goodness, I knew it.
Soon you enter the keep.
All right, then. Oh goodness. All right, things would be much better now. No, I hid these things away. I don't want to like he's trying to convey that he would be like greatly embarrassed if the rest of the family found it.
Jonas, I understand perfectly, my lord.
Yeah, thank you.
Discretion, you can trust me. He smiles his ugly smile again.
Thank you. He will lead Jared towards the room.
All right.
Do you like wine by chance?
I haven't had any wine in a long time, my lord.
Oh, that's right. Right. Perhaps we can move you somewhere a bit into the fortress a bit more. You could be closer to the seat of power, as it were. Maybe get a better sense for what tastes are.
Yeah, he smiles and nods. That would be excellent, my lord. I would enjoy that.
Perhaps. We'll see how this dish goes. You've got to work on this. And then he'll have this drow thing. You better work on this. Like he turns like, geez, I will not accept failure on this. What can I do?
Jared seems to nod and be very understanding about the price of failure.
He'll regain his senses. Like, oh, yes. Anyway, yes, here we are. Here's the door right here. Let me just unlock this. Where's that key? One of these stupid rope pouches. There we go.
The door opens.
Like spinning, like opening, like frowns. It's always so damn dark in here. Let me go get a light. Please do come inside.
Yeah. There shouldn't be too much problem. I worked in the dark before. He says, smiling and
of course, but it's hard to get a sense of how things look, and because appearances are so important,
It is indeed. You eat as much with your eyes as you do with your mouth, my lord.
Absolutely. Do you think the Zyn understand that?
He shakes his head. I doubt it, my lord.
Fucking mushrooms. All right. Let me go get a light. Rilinid walks out.
Yep. Jared steps into the room. And at this very second, the door slams shut as Andaria speaks her word, and you hear what is basically like a hissing shriek from inside the room, as it is apparently bathed in bright light, the light sort of streaming out of basically the small cracks in the door, so to speak. Quite a ruckus. What do you do?
Well, then, upon hearing this ruckus, I assume that the hidden away party members are going to at least...
We step out from the little crevice we've been standing in.
Yeah. And since this thing is going to only last for 3 minutes before the lights go out, might want to go in and say hello.
Yeah.
Take a few pictures for the scrapbook.
Let's move in.
All right,
kill a fucker.
Move in.
Advance.
We're ready. We've been not particularly stealthy.
I know I have. I'm fabulous. That's like a skill check.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Just
Like
sounds-
Jonas rolls that in secret.
It's true. I have a
So we
special
move
button.
into the room, closing the door very quickly.
Alright, as you open the door to the room, you like the screaming, like screeching sound is really, is really apparent once you do, and you did set it up so it's a little small partition basically. But as you sweep in quickly through the door and look around, Alauneari being in front, she does see a Yarod, basically huddled up on the floor. He seems like it seems like his face is like ashen, as if all life has been sucked from it. And behind him floats a creature that seems to be like coalescent shadow. It is weird and insectoid in nature. Gleaming blue eyes in the swirling darkness around it, as it like hisses and shrieks towards Alauneari with a mouth and very sharp mandibles made entirely of shadow as it swirls around.
Oh, we attack it.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go to initiative.
We attempt to parley.
Excuse me.
I ride out with the banner of House Vytharia.
Would you be interested in working for us? We have great employment
I have a bit of land
no.
I'd like to sell you.
Clearly, since we are attacking Jonas, we have a surprise round.
I don't think it's surprised.
All right, it screams at you. I will rend the flesh of your bones, drow. And it points out one of its claws as a ball of what seems to be pure darkness shoots out from it towards you. And it detonates, bathing the room in a black fire. And I want everyone to make reflex saves.
Reflection save.
Reflection save.
Is this a spell?
It is a spell.
Let me know
Oh,
if
spell
20.
resistance.
Let me know. Well, yeah, if it can be affected by spell resistance.
Yeah, it can be affected by spell resistance.
That one?
Oh, okay.
Let's see, and we'll go. This is against Rilinid. That pierces. Sakar does not have spell resist, I think.
No.
He rolled a 20. So.
Trislin. Let's see, your spell resist is what?
12.
12. Oh, yeah, that pierces.
God damn it.
I'd likely not to, but
That on. Let's see here, that is Alauneari. That does not pierce.
Good.
Drow spell resistance actually working out for like one time.
Time.
And pierces Rain and Zyn.
is this an evocation spell?
Let's see where it is.
Ball of dark fire. I mean, it's a reasonable guess.
Could be conjured up.
Yeah,
Exactly, that's what I'm
Could be
thinking.
shadow evocation or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
It
Shadow
is
illusion.
an illusion shadow spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
If 27's not good enough, let me know and I'll reroll.
27 is good enough. Let's see
you.
here.
What about 20?
20 is good enough.
Hey, Sakari makes it.
Let's see.
Just
Alauneari
don't
resists.
land my-
So those of you who get higher than 18 will take half this.
Higher than 18 or 18 or higher?
Higher, you need to get a 19 or.
Oh,
Let's see here.
Then don't you feel upset?
wait a second. Did Rilinid finish the cloak?
No.
I
Can
don't
I,
know how.
oh,
been a
hey,
week.
can I
It's
do a
not been a
reroll? I
week.
get one because I'm close to Alauneari.
What?
Please.
A what?
You're gonna try using a reroll, I think.
Kin bond.
Oh.
Although I don't know if it's worth it. You're using my bonus, which is like +1.
Yeah.
It would still
It's
be
not
it would still be a D20 roll. You'd have to get a very high number if the
And
DC
it has a
is
penalty
19.
if they fail.
It's 5% chance. I don't think you should do it. We'd both be dazed and lose our turn if it fails. So
Why did you poke me for it?
I just remember it.
Uh-huh.
All right. 25 shadow damage, I guess.
Ow.
Well.
Yep.
No, I don't have shadow resistance.
Not yet.